Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Turn Order Warped, episode number 3, the second hour. Welcome. Okay, so Felix and Lunk have set off into the snowy wastes, looking for the rover. Meanwhile, Glix, you have seen this strange signal on your sensors. Just out of the corner of your eye, you caught the signal.
Yeah, I need to investigate this. I need to see if I can tell movement speed, distance from where we think the beacon is.
The sensors are definitely going to have to be repaired before you can do that. From what you can
So,
tell, you
in that case,
you just get kind of like a rough signal, and you're just seeing like the blip sort of just getting closer to the readout from where you believe the cargo to be.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to alert the away team in this instance and the folks on the shuttle and just let people know, yeah, there's something moving out there, and it looks like it's moving toward our target, our cargo. And I can't discern movement speed, size, or anything with the sensors broken. So as soon as we get this life support, even, mostly 80% functional, we need to switch over and repair these sensors.
Okay.
Okay, Lunk, run faster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start basically trying to sprint.
We'll pick up the rover. Maybe Hawk, as soon as you deal with the breach, just start sprinting right to there yourself. We'll probably meet you by the time we grab the rover. It should just be northwest. We're not sure the distance, but we can stay in contact.
Please keep in contact.
I don't hear any of this because
that's true. He totally doesn't hear it. So yeah, I say this anyway as if he can hear. Even I guess he can't. So I'm not going to backtrack it. And I guess at his lack of
response.
Arthur, can you relay that to Hawk, please?
All right, 2 minutes, and I
Right.
start banging binary in Morse code style on the hull. Dear Hawk, I hope this message finds you well. We seem to have a bogey.
Yeah. In return, I bang on the side, and it's just like a rapid kind of sound. And if you manage to catch it and decipher it, it's basically okay.
And I guess
I
Lunk
also
is.
ask you how the repairs are coming along. Actually.
I'm probably
You're probably about halfway done with the repairs to the hull.
yeah.
Because we're slated to take how long?
About an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're in decent shape. We're actually looking like they'll be, if things go well out there, back around the time that the life support and hull repairs are kind of done.
Your suits have about 3 hours or so of life support on them on their own, and the ship, the readings that you're getting from the ships would say that you've got about 5 hours now of life support.
What's your boggle, Wix? You got a face like a slapped arse.
So we're in a situation, and we need to keep a cool head here, folks. We're gonna get this done. We're getting this done. The repairs are underway. Let's not worry about that signal that is advancing toward our cargo quite yet. Let's get these repairs finished up. I'd love to switch over to the sensor repairs, but life support.
I think breathing's a little bit important.
Yeah, a little bit. Can't sense anything if we can't breathe.
I binary back in, basically saying, should I cease repairs and leave now?
Okay, so I knock back. No.
You can just hear the faintly from outside again.
Okay.
Repairs.
So a little bit of time is going to pass, and Lunk and Felix, you can finally you finally realize that you're a bit closer now to the Wiener Rock, as you have so dubbed it.
Big Willie! Ha!
Yeah, and below you can see this sort of like brightly colored like parachute sort of like extended from the craft, and the it's sort of got like a sled on it, like a like for a heat shield, and it's not a Santa sled, sorry, and its air brakes are extended, like it's got like these side panels that are sort of like pulled open.
Does the rover seem to be in good shape from where we are?
Yeah, the rover looks like it's fine.
Like the landing seemed smooth for it?
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Maybe we should land the rocket, a shuttle, on one of these things.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll try that. Maybe.
Yeah.
It seems to be in good shape. We
Yeah.
need to grab. Just let's
Open?
No, we're gonna hop into the rover and we're gonna head right off
Oh,
to.
Do we
right
have
over
to
there.
open thing first?
What?
Is it like enclosed in a fairing?
Oh
or is
no,
just
it looks like a
it's
dune
just like-
buggy. It's like a dune
Alright.
buggy. Like it's just like basically like a metal frame. It's got a gun on the
Yeah,
back.
I know, but the thing that was on it, sort of like, because you said it was on
Oh,
a
the
parachute.
sled? You could just,
Yeah.
I mean, the rover would just sort of pull out from it, like, you know,
Oh,
you just
right,
back
okay.
it up and it just rolls
Okay.
right out of the thing. You got to take off
Cool.
probably like have to take off some brakes or something.
Okay.
But other than that.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I guess we head over to, or I'm gonna hop off of Lunk's shoulder and I'm gonna try and make my way over to the rover myself, and I'm gonna just hop in the driver's seat and fire it up and
Shotgun!
Just to be clear, the way that the rover's set up, there's basically like 2 seats on it. Like it's set up for 2 seats, and then behind the seats there's like space for people to sort of like crouch down and grab onto like the frame or whatever. And then
was there a gun on this as too?
yeah,
did you say?
there's a rifle that's mounted on the back.
As soon as,
Shotgun!
how would you feel about maybe manning that gun?
Okay.
Could you do that?
I could try.
I
No.
believe in you, Lunk.
Okay. I'll do it. Okay. Climb on the
Perfect.
back.
All right, just make sure you're strapped in and hold on, because I'm gonna go as fast as this thing can go.
Okay.
Are you strapped in?
Yeah.
All right, I floor it in reverse, and then I just like, as soon as I'm out and clear of the landing thing, I just kind of whip the steering wheel in the direction of the what I would assume to be northwest, which would probably just be north at this point. I just head north.
Yeah, just to
Let's
be
make
clear,
unhappy noises
you're,
from the
you're
back.
you're not like hauling ass.
Well, as fast as we can go. Like I'm just like sitting there, like I'm acting as if like it's flat. It's going
You're-
crazy.
Like, is it like racing a milk float? It's just like.
Well, you're going to hear the engines working really hard. There's an engine on each of the wheels, basically, and you can hear that each of the engines, like, they're going. It sounds almost like as strong as like a diesel type engine, but it's not diesel, and it's just you hear them whirring up. You're probably going about 15 miles an hour max right now.
That's still pretty quick. So
Yeah.
Looks like ah.
It'll be
Get you back
fine.
to the ship in 4 minutes.
Yeah,
like we're pretty. It's pretty quick.
Don't crash this one, okay?
I'll try not to, Lunk.
Okay.
Wow, that was like, if you guys ever read manga, they have like these scenes where like they'll have like the chat bubble actually like stabbing somebody in the back, like the line from the chat bubble just be like, "Pah!" That was a Lunk barb right there.
Yeah, I'm still in a great mood because I got an extra sandwich. So
And Lunk carries
If
you
we're
all the way.
counting.
You're well rested.
Glix has no idea that this has transpired. So you just
You
don't
know
know.
that if she asks, Lunk's gonna tell her, right?
Oh yeah, that's.
Are you probably trying to find some kind of like way to get it into the suit by now? You're just like, can I? No, no.
Yeah, like I am kind of curious. I was checking on the way. I was just kind of like seeing if there's a way to.
You try and cram it into the speaker.
Yeah,
like-
if there was like a yeah, I don't know, like some way of doing that. But
It's like an icicle by now.
Felix is like, I wonder how long I can survive out here without a helmet on.
Without eating that.
I wonder if he hadn't stolen from the medical officer, she might have been able to engineer him some kind of kangaroo pouch.
Still might be.
Yeah, just to be clear, you guys have actually entered an extreme cold scenario. You and Lunk, as you're driving the rover, your warning lights inside your suit are basically giving you like temperature readings. It's actually approached 195 below
Celsius.
centigrade.
Oh.
Yeah, when you get around 200. Which is kind of what the captain was telling you about. This planet can get to about minus 200. Crazy things start happening with the atmosphere and whatnot. Like,
Don't forget, I did jury rig the heaters.
Yeah, on the
Supercritical fluids.
What's this red light?
I think it's just it's really cold out. It's getting dangerously cold, actually.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep
Drive
monitoring that
faster.
too. As
I'm going as fast as I can.
Okay.
the winds,
Cold is bad.
the winds are also getting pretty severe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
Is
try to
gravity strong
communicate
enough?
with them at this point and just kind of ask if, how far away from that phallic structure they've gotten and
Yeah, you could.
assess how close they might be?
Where they
Are the comms working curiously from this distance?
hang on, I'm about to find out. Okay, so winds are traveling about 95 miles an hour right now. That's extreme.
Hurricane.
Yeah, it's basically like hurricane level winds.
Yeah,
Your
it's
comms are not working
But
right
surely the
now.
atmosphere is thin, so that's not so much of a problem because there's not really much pushing
Yeah,
against
it's
That's true.
basically the gravity's pretty heavy, so you can sort of withstand those winds anyway.
And I think we're both strapped in pretty
It's more
good
like
too.
it's more like you're getting like occasional gusts of like extreme, like you feel it, right? Like it hits you like like holy shit.
In those situations, I'm definitely like relying on the harnesses to keep me in the chair because, like, I'd say there's enough resistance on the suit to send me flying if I wasn't strapped in. But,
Yeah.
I guess when Glix messages us or comms us and asks us how far we've gone, how far have we gone by this time? Like, how far have we traveled?
You are almost at the ship.
So we can see the debris, I guess.
No, you were heading to the shuttle, or were you heading towards?
We were heading straight north from.
Oh, okay. You're going straight. You're going straight to the
just
cargo.
because. Yeah, that was what I told earlier. I told H.A.W.K that we were going to head straight thereafter, and he was going to head there too. So.
Okay. So as far as I understood, H.A.W.K, you were staying behind with the shuttle, right?
Yeah, still finishing my repairs before I move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So. Okay.
They should be nearer by now. Somebody give him a call.
So I'd like to attempt to contact them again. Did I just hear right? Felix, are you guys headed straight to the beacon?
So you don't know that, but
I did say that to over comms earlier when I had asked. So like it was said, but I don't know if people remember now. That's the only thing in character.
in that case, do they just have one of the sensor doohiccuses with them, and we have the other two, or
We don't have any.
We don't have.
they
any.
don't have any? Okay, because I'm wondering how I can't carry a lot of weight. I'm wondering how we'll get those out to the beacon signal.
So I guess you'll find out. You're trying to calm them, Arthur, or what's going on?
I just suggested that someone should contact them. I'm like laser focused on getting it done.
Yeah, maybe I'll break apart here and try to contact them.
Okay, when you try and hit your comm channel for them, you're just getting static.
Okay,
What do they say?
we're getting nothing, Arthur. I think the winds are too high to get any contact from them. So we're kind of out of
These comms do work on a random quantum harmonic, so probably. Maybe if they get a bit closer.
Now, around this time, are we about done with the hull and life support repairs?
The hull is definitely done. The life support, not so much.
Okay.
Life support, you probably have at least another half hour or so.
Okay.
As soon as I'm done the
About another 4 hours.
when I'm done the hull, I'm gonna jump back inside and grab the beacons and
Yeah, you've got one of the alarms sort of silenced, Arthur. You guys can tell that the computer sort of comes on and says, "Pressure stabilized. Hull breach repaired."
I walk over to Arthur, and like I have the torch in my hand, and I gently caress it and say,
Thank you, my lady.
and then hand it to Arthur,
See, I told you it'd treat you right.
and then
Felix, is there word from the buggy?
Sadly, no word yet, Hawk. We've tried to communicate with them twice now and failed. The winds apparently are too high.
I will take the beacons and head for the cargo.
Excellent.
so I'm just gonna
Wow.
grab them, tuck them under one arm, and head northwestish.
Okay. So, I would like you to roll me something. We're gonna see how fast we do all this stuff. Hawk, I would like you to roll me an agility check plus running.
Okay, so 4d6. Boop. A 14.
Okay. So you start hauling ass. Basically, you take off like a top speed, running away from the shuttle. Are you bringing anything with you?
The beacons, the 3 beacons, and obviously my weapons. That's it.
And just to be clear, Glix and Arthur are staying back on the ship.
Originally, it was the plan for me to help deploy the beacons, but it seems like once the life support is done, which sounds like it's going to be about a half hour, I should probably focus on getting some other systems online, electronics and computers wise. So,
Yeah, I
he wants to
think
go
for
home
like
at some point.
computer stuff, you'd be better at it than me.
hmm
Shouldn't you be setting up those bloody beacon things?
Arthur, ideally I would, but I think I'm more needed here right now. Our ship is is pretty badly damaged.
I know it's great, isn't it?
It's great,
Can you
Arthur.
pass me the asymmetrical frequency controller?
I certainly can.
What does an
Yeah, I would
asymmetrical
have so
frequency
much
controller
choice
look
for
like, Arthur? Just out of
No,
curiosity.
not that. That's a symmetrical frequency controller. The asymmetrical frequency
Oh,
controller.
My
is an
bad, my
obtuse
bad.
angle with
My
red
bad.
lights.
Here you go. Here you go. Won't happen again.
An acute angle, right?
Okay. Felix and Lunk. Felix, I'd like you to roll me a piloting check plus your agility, please.
Oh god. So it just maxes out at 5, so 5d6. That would be a 66, but 20.
Nice. Okay. So you start. You basically are pushing this thing as hard as you can to try and get to this cargo.
Yeah, like I'm keeping it like right below the red line so it doesn't like blow up. I'm really pushing this thing.
Right. Yeah. The engines are whirring, and you can definitely see see the probably like some heat coming off of the engines. And Lunk, I'd like you to make a perception check for me.
Oh fuck. Right.
And it's going to be with, just your what's in that perception box there, the standard. Okay. In the distance, you can see quite a bit of smoke coming from about a mile or so away. A lot of the area in front of you is basically flat, with occasional jagged pieces of terrain and ice and such. There's sort of like these large arches of ice that sort of you'll periodically cross underneath. just monstrously huge arches of ice. It looks like maybe this could be some kind of channel for some of the water once the planet melts, when it gets closer to the binary stars. And it's just, this place must be a fucking mess when it's closer to the stars. Like, oh my god. And as you get closer, you can see the smoke starting to come away. It looks like there is a basically it looks like a sort of like a far away. You can tell there's like a lot of ice is sort of accumulated, and near the ice it looks like this column of smoke is rising up.
Smoke!
Yeah, I see it too. We'll head close and then we'll pull the rover out of sight.
What's on fire?
Something in the cargo. It's probably from the crash. We'll try and put it out when we get there if we can.
Okay.
Did you hear Glick say that there was something on the scanners or something that was heading towards the wreckage as well?
I think so.
So
I was thinking about sandwiches.
well, that's good because you really make the best sandwiches. But we just keep your eye out and keep your fingers on the trigger. Just who knows what we'll run into. And
Okay.
with this, I'm still like flat out heading towards the cargo. Is there anything like nearby, like that I can just sort of pull the rover off towards the side and just kind of put it out of sight, maybe like under a bit of ice or snow?
Yeah,
or something?
definitely. There's plenty of space. I mean, for the most part, it's pretty wide open. But like I said, there's periodic areas where they just have like these giant, fucking huge, jutting pieces of ice that are shooting out. You can definitely park the rover. Yeah.
Okay. So as I park the rover, I'm gonna just
Lunk, can you keep an eye out and keep an eye on the sky? And if you see anything, just radio me on the comms. I'm gonna try and sneak up to the cargo and see what I can find out.
Okay. Be careful.
I will.
If anything like bad happens, just shout and I'll be there.
I will. I'll shout.
Thanks,
Now,
Mash.
as Arthur is sneaking up there, can I get an idea of how much time has passed? Because we had half an hour left for the life support, and I'd like to be working on the sensors. If
It's about the same. I mean, you still have about like half hour's worth of time.
oh, okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
This is all going on like sort of the same time. Okay, so Felix, what exactly are you doing after you de-rover?
I just want to literally stealth, like try and move as stealthily as possible to the cargo, try and investigate the cargo, and see where the fire's coming from, and just see what I can find out. I want to check and see if I can find out what the cargo is itself too, if I can, because they were pretty reluctant regarding telling us what it was. So,
Okay. Okay, give me a stealth roll plus your agility.
okay, so that is max roll. 13.
Okay. So you begin to sort of creep along, and just sort of do the like Pink Panther, Inspector Clouseau kind of thing, where it's like, you know,
Yeah, that's literally what he'd be doing.
yeah, and just make your way from like outcropping to outcropping of all these different ice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Yeah, like you see, like me pop my head up and kind of look around and pop it back down, and then
Just like dive into the snow and like.
trying to do flips. I probably try and do a flip the first time, and the gravity's too heavy, and I like bash my face into the ground and shake
Sure.
myself off or something.
Lunk is so confused.
Getting closer to the cargo, you can see that there's a vehicle that's parked near the debris and basically like half of a ship, the tail end of a cargo ship. You can see that the smoke is probably from like venting atmosphere from the ship, Can
I discern how many people would potentially be able to be on this sort of a ship?
roll me a perception check, please.
would you mind if I mean, that's a 46. Would you mind if I add piloting because it's a check on ships?
You want to determine just by
Just
what
based on, like, the
category
ship
of ship
itself,
it is?
yeah, like how many people the crew has on.
It's going to be logic plus your piloting.
Okay, I'll still do that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow, you get a 5d6 for logic and
Yeah, well, no,
okay.
3d6, and I get a 2d6 from piloting.
Nice.
So
Okay. You can tell that this is an anti-grav hauler. This kind of vehicle is basically made to just kind of carry heavy groups of cargo.
okay,
It's basically like the semi truck of the future.
Yeah. So you can tell that this would be something that would be used to sort of transport the cargo. Basically.
Yeah, it basically has like a cockpit, and it's got like a rectangular back, and then from the sides it has these 4 raised anti-grav sort of posts that come out.
Okay, so basically it would be like a one-person sort of hauler kind of thing.
Definitely not. It can probably hold more than that. You're not. I mean,
Not quite. Well, I wouldn't be able to tell, so I guess.
Yeah, it basically just has like, it can hold more people. You're just not sure how many are in there.
Okay. Does it have any markings on it to tell like from a corporation or from something that I would know when I see this side of this thing?
That's a good question. Let's take a look here. So it would come from the Boron Corporation.
Boron?
Yep.
And from knowledge, this isn't the group that's tied to our employer.
To be clear, the vehicle is Boron design.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a logo or something for hauling.
Okay.
But one thing you do see is that the ship quite clearly has a large marking on it that's not like painted on. It's a
scratch or like a some sort of burn. Or...
It looks like brown-ish. It's a giant 9. Give me a logic check, and let's see what else you got here where you might know this.
Logic.
Let's see.
Airship target. I don't know if I'd have anything for that specifically.
Nope. Just give me a logic check.
Okay. 8.
Nope. You're not sure what that is.
I come back to Lunk. I can see the ship. It's some sort of hauler for the cargo. I'm not sure who it's from.
Okay.
Do you want to creep up as well? Just hop off. Actually, no. You know what? You should stay on the gun for now, just in case someone comes across the rover while you're away from it and trying to steal it. I'll be in touch.
How far out am I from
Okay.
from this location?
Give me a perception check, Hawk.
My perception's awful, bro.
I'm not good at guns, though. I'm better at smashing.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. You're not quite sure. You're basically running in this like white expanse.
Yeah. It looks really cool.
It's hauling ass though, like the snow is basically like.
I'm picturing like a planet of Hoth, like in the storm. Yeah, like is it the Tauntaun from Star Wars? No, I'm just picturing like
Hawk isn't even affected by heavy gravity, so he's just hauling like full speed ass. Like
that's fast. He's the fastest of all of us too. So
Yeah.
that's quick.
His legs are just like.
I'm actually doing the roll from those things from Interstellar, dude.
Oh, that like awkward. Those like 4-pillar those guys. I don't like that.
No spoilers. I haven't seen Interstellar yet.
It's a good movie. That's good
It's a
shit.
I really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I can see it.
Agree to disagree.
Shut the fuck up, Peachy.
Peachy's anti everything, so just
Look,
expect
if it's
him
not
to
Star
like
Wars or Red Dwarf, he doesn't care.
it. Yeah.
Star Wars was awesome. Watch that instead.
Okay. So, yeah, Hawk is just hauling ass. Felix and Lunk, what are you guys doing?
Well, I just radioed back to Lunk to
Yeah, I'm just
stay on the gun, and then I think she even came back and said, "I'm no good with guns." And
well, how about you just guard it then? Just hop down, and you're out of the wind. So, just if you see anybody,
Can
knock them out.
Can I sit behind the wheel and pretend to drive?
Yeah, I took the keys, so
Okay.
you can sit there. Just don't touch anything,
Okay.
and just if you if you see anybody, knock them out.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that.
I want to.
So I totally jump in and then immediately like turn the windscreen wipers on and the lights are on and off. And
It's a dune buggy, so there's none of that. But okay.
well, whatever. There's,
you
like,
pretend. You pretend. It's,
Everyone come onto the Lunk bus.
what was the name of that Looney Tunes cartoon with Wacky Races? It's probably like one of those.
Yes.
Lunk is like this, and
Muttley.
so
I hope there isn't actually a horn on there.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
no, it's just Lunk just going. Huh, huh.
No.
Get away!
The camera pans out to this empty landscape, and you can just hear Lunk's voice echoing.
So, Felix, how are you doing? What's going on here? What are you doing?
Well, I've noticed the ship. The first thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to grab my revolver off the side of my hip, and I'm going to quickly load up rubber bullets in the gun, and I'm going to just basically holster that again. So the ship itself, is there like a docking bay open or something showing that there's obviously they're stopped. So is there anything indicating that maybe somebody is out of the ship and maybe, pillaging around? Like, is there a docking bay open or something like that?
So give me another stealth check.
Okay. What's the stealth check with?
Agility.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Still a 14.
Yeah, that's where your skill comes into play. So you start to move along as close as you can to get a better look. Give me another perception check.
Okay. I got one there somewhere. Right, there it is. 18.
Okay. So as you get closer, you can see that there's some people that are mulling about behind the hauler. You can see that they're in enviro suits similar to yours, and they seem to be moving 2 large containers into position behind the hauler.
Okay. How many people do I see?
You see 3 people.
Okay. As soon as I see them, Lunk, I see a couple people mulling about in suits like ours. 3 of them. They're hauling cargo back to the ship.
Babe, what? Hello?
Yeah. Did you hear what I said? There's some people hauling cargo from the wreckage to their ship.
Okay.
I got a bit of a plan. How about this? On my you just stay at the ready, and I'll call. And if I need you, you just come running with your fists flailing. Okay. But what I'm gonna do? It seems as if they're already trying to get away and load up the ship. So I'm gonna try and sneak onto the ship and disable it from the inside, so they can't escape with the cargo.
Okay.
And H.A.W.K should be here soon. So if I need you, I'll call out. But I'm going to make sure they can't escape with all this cargo. I don't know who they are, and we can't trust them. So
Okay. So you call, I smash.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
be ready. Get your fist ready.
Okay. Hawk, give me another perception check.
Yeah. Okay, 7.
Okay. You're kind of struggling to find where you need to be. You've gotten decent directions.
Can I add my survival to that?
Yeah, go ahead. You can give me a survival with that. Sure.
Just another D6. A 9. Okay. It's not much better.
Okay. You can start to see the smoke, actually.
Okay. I'm just gonna make a slight adjustment. Change slightly to line up with the
Yeah,
smoke.
you were sort of like off course a little bit. You were probably heading like a bit too north. So you just sort of move more towards the south, facing as you
Even like gouges in the ice.
yeah. And you're hauling ass. Glix and Arthur, I would like both of you to make me. Glix, you're going to make me a intuition plus electronics roll.
Okay.
Arthur, you're going to make a intuition plus engineering roll, please.
Someone crit. Or first in-game crit. Oh, that's not okay.
Well, it's. I mean, if we want to go by crits, we could just say we can go. 3 1s is a critical fail. We could do that too.
I kind of like that idea, actually. I was thinking that you might do that. I didn't want to bring the idea up when I had rolled it, but I think that's fair if we're gonna go 3 6s or crits. It's up to yourself, though.
We'll see how it pans out.
We actually will. We'll see how it pans out.
Probably should have added some luck to mine, huh?
I just noticed that you just rolled 3s.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah, I think I'd better. My luck pool is I get 2 per day. I think I have 3 luck. I get 2 dice per day. So yeah, I could just roll a 1d6, right?
Yeah. Just make sure that you're keeping track of your luck dice. Ooh, roll another one because that is an exploding die.
Oh, that just explodes yours?
Yep.
Oh wow. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so another 9.
20.
That's pretty fucking good. That was a lucky luck die. All right. So you are able to finish up a bit early on the electronic side of things. The life support is repaired for now.
Okay, that's the hull and the life support check. I kind of need a rundown of what else is Borkins. I know you gave it to us initially.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Navigation, shields, sensors, and the main control panel.
Yeah, I need to see which ones exactly were the most damaged. Okay, so basically the engine is fine. The hull is repaired. It definitely needs work on it. I mean, you guys have basically patched the main breach. Life support is also working. Definitely needs like a more thorough repair, but again, you guys got it working.
Sure.
So the pressure is probably like equalized. The temperature is probably coming back up in the cabin. Let's see, what's the next most severe? Your command and control computer systems are damaged.
Okay.
And then the next most severe are the sensors, and last is the landing gear.
Okay, I think it might be a good idea, Arthur, if we actually I don't know if Arthur can help on this. We'll see what your skills are, but I think we need to get those sensors back online. And then
a good idea.
The command and control panel after that. So yeah, how about we get to work on that? I don't know if you want to start working on the sonic particle discriminator portion of the sensors and see what you can do.
I just like spin a screwdriver in my hand. Right? I probably won't need this, but it's always fun to jab something when it doesn't behave, isn't it? Again, I wouldn't give that advice if you're looking for a lady. Learned that the hard way.
It's just kind of.
Is that your catchphrase now? Is this learn that the hard way?
Put that on a t-shirt.
Well, I always try to leave a back door open, so I'm not one to talk. My character's line: a coughing Venetian
that's
medic
her
who always leaves
descriptor.
the back door open.
Yeah. I gave that one to I helped out with that one just so Fuzzy could have endless jokes.
You should change your hook to land it the hard way. If it fits with whatever your hook stat is.
Okay. So, Felix, yeah, you can definitely see a bunch of people like setting up the cargo to hitch on to the end of this thing.
Do they look like they're Borians or people? Like, are they
They're
taller?
humanoid.
They're humanoid, so they're
yeah.
taller then.
Yeah.
You racist.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do what I was gonna say earlier. Does it seem like there's another way into the ship without them detecting me?
Well, there's 3 that are outside that seem to be setting up the cargo. I mean, you basically the ship. Figure like this: there's basically the back end of a starship that's sort of like mostly crashed. You can see there's some like damage from that, and then like on the back end of it, they have basically like this huge like gash in the hull, and you can see it's like pockmarked, and these guys have basically been like pulling this cargo out. They've slapped some like anti-grav panels on this thing, and are just like sort of hauling it out of this confined space. But as far as like getting, I mean, you could try to go around the front of the ship and try and go into the hauler or whatever.
Yes. So,
or are you trying to go into the starship?
I'm just curious on the starship itself. Like, is there somewhere else?
The front's
to
all
enter?
fucked up. Like the front's all fucked
No,
up.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the ship that they're loading up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that ship is able to take off, right? The ship that they're loading.
They're on a hauler. It's not like an interstellar.
well,
it's not like an interstellar kind of ship. Like it's
Okay.
made to
Well,
haul cargo.
I'm using the wrong word. I've been meaning to use hauler. Then, like, I'm trying to get on the hauler. Then.
Sure.
Is there any way to get into the hauler like that's not next to where they're loading the cargo? Is basically.
Yeah, they're on the other side.
Okay.
You're gonna try and like sneak around into the hauler. Give me another stealth check.
Sure.
666. I want the first one on stream already.
19.
Okay. So, you sneak around to the front. As you do, you can see that the front of this thing basically looks like almost like the front of a starship. Like it's got like a cabin in the front, and it's got like a window pane sort of cockpit kind of scenario. It's got 2 doors on either side, and then the back is basically almost like a semi truck. Like it's got like the rectangular sort of boxy kind of end piece, and then behind that, is where it looks like they're trying to attach the cargo to this thing with anti-grav panels. You sneak around to the front. You can see that there is a person that's inside the cabin. So it's in fact 4 people.
Okay, and 3 of them. Okay,
3 of them are setting up the
just
cargo.
from where I'm at, does it seem like the window and the pilot would be within sights of the people loading the cargo?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna try and sneak in then.
Yeah, the whole ship is behind him, right? And they're behind the ship. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna try and sneak in then.
How? Which way?
Well, which direction am I approaching the ship from? I don't know actually where we've.
Just like sort of like in a car. And since I'm American, we're just gonna say he's on the left side.
Okay.
Because get fucked, Europe. And so are you sneaking in from the right side, or are you trying to go in his door? Which one are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try and sneak in. So you're saying it's just a cockpit with a door on either side?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak in on the other side.
Okay. So on the right side, you're gonna try and come in from. Okay. So you open the door.
Yeah. With
Roll me initiative.
My gun drawn.
Roll me initiative.
Initiative.
Yep.
Sweet. I'm gonna die right now. This is great. Rip Felix. Okay. Have some. Ooh, it's kind of gross. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It's never good when he starts humming to himself.
No, it's not. He's just gonna start rolling 5d6s.
DM's looking happy. We're all going to die.
How many d6s is he gonna get?
He's gonna get penalized one because you stealthed in.
Ooh. Sweet.
Surprise round?
What's that? It's
Surprise round?
it's the equivalent of that, but it's actually called an ambush round. I'm gonna see how well he rolls here. Let's see. Ooh, okay.
There's some like cool exploits where you always get the ambush round or something ridiculous.
Okay. So what did you get? You got a 10. All right, congratulations. You got an ambush on him.
Okay, so the second I open up the door and realize that I got the jump on him, I'm just gonna drop.
He's looking the other way, basically.
Okay, yeah, okay. If that's the case, then I'm literally just gonna creep in, and he's probably gonna turn his head. But by the time I actually get in and he realizes, I'm gonna have the gun like cocked and drawn, like literally pointing right
Hand
at
shot first.
right at his mask. And this is like I got like an actual like upgraded heavy revolver. Like this thing it would probably deafen us if I shot it in here potentially, but.
Yeah.
So this is a seriously intimidating looking gun.
He hasn't even seen you yet. Like you're just like you aim like really close and like.
I haven't shot yet.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Is there a way? Okay, if I'm actually in there and that's the case, I'm gonna look at the control panel and turn off the comms.
Okay. Give me. Let's see what you got here.
Cluster Lux, that's exactly it, literally.
Give me an int check plus. I guess it would be.
Missiles are piloting? Because I could do that with one hand.
I'll say give me your piloting. Int
Sweet,
plus piloting.
5d6 again.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Shot it.
14.
Okay. Your hand flashes out and you switch off the comms. This guy's head turns towards you for the first time seeing, and you basically have a gun pointing right at his face.
The second that he turns and makes eye contact, I literally just take the gun and just tap the point of the gun off the front of the mask. I say, don't move and don't speak.
And that's where we're going to take our next break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. Stay tuned for more Turn Order Warped. Back in 5.
Oh shit, son.